When it comes to projects, I love getting a jump start on my inspiration. And today I'm hopping online to Scan and Cut to Canvas Workspace. And there's this free cat cup sleeve that I can download the entire needed files for it. But I can also click to watch the video, which you can see here, and I have it sped up. But there's a quick how-to video showing how they make the project. Now you can always alter what you see, but it's really nice to be able to get a visual of how the project is going to work and how it is made. So I'm going to make some alterations to this. I've downloaded and then used USB to transfer the kitty cat files here onto my ScanNCutDX. And now I'm going in, and you can see I'm going into USB, selecting those two different cat files. I'm selecting them both because I can cut this all out at once. It's all going to be felt. So what I'm going to do is move things around, first of all, to make things fit in a way that works for me. And I'm going to also consider the colors of felt that I want. So I'm actually going to decide, you know what, that's silly. I should pull these down. And then what I'm going to do to this cat to make it fit better, I can go into Edit, Object Edit, and rotate so that things will fit a little better. Now, once I've got all that, you can see I've got my felt, and all my felt has an iron-on stabilizer backing on it. The reason for this is, number one, it cuts easier, and number two, well, I want to iron all these pieces together so that my stitching is more decorative and for fun than it is holding it together. So I've got this loaded onto my Scan and Cut. And then once this loads up here, I'm going to go ahead and say, okay, and I'm going to scan this in. So when you push that little scan button and scan in your material, what happens is it shows you exactly where it is. So you can say, okay, well, I need to move these pieces. This isn't going to quite work out like this. I need to make these adjustments and adjust it. That way you always know that you're perfectly cutting out of the material. This also works really well if you're working with a pattern material and you want to make sure certain aspects of the pattern are cut out. But once we are ready, we go in and we go to Cut, and we're ready to go and Start. So here you can see the pieces cut off, and there you're seeing the iron-on stabilizer material there on the back of the one side. Now I'm not removing it. Well, actually you could remove it from both. It doesn't matter. But I'm removing it from one side because I want to remove that paper before I work. Now these are going to eventually get sandwiched together. But for right now, what I'm doing is placing the pieces where I'm going to want them, ironing them on. That's step number one. Step number two, I'm getting out some thread. Well, I suppose we're past step two, but you get my point. Getting out some thread and stitching whatever I want stitched. So that's going to mean I want buttons for eyes. I'm going to stitch them in place. I want some eyelashes. I'm going to stitch on those eyelashes. I think I added a few little stitches there on the nose. And then I also think it'd be fun to stitch around the ears and around the outside. Of course, around the outside is going to happen at the very end. There you can see I'm making a few little eyelashes. This is all just freehand, just for fun. You can always undo it. Felt is very forgiving, which makes it a really fun project. So now you can see there's all my face stitches, or the back side of them, I should say. And this is why I haven't ironed these together yet, because I don't want all of that to show up on my finished project. So by waiting and by using the iron on here, we're going to be able to press these two pieces together with the iron, and all of that will become hidden. And as you can see here, I did end up, after I did that, I closed it up and then just did some stitching around the edge for some contrast and fun around the whole body there. I think it looks really cute, and then just stitched up to close it so that I have my cup holder. I hope you've enjoyed this project. Thanks for checking it out. If you have any questions, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.